Yo, what's up guys? Attacking Toucans here, welcoming you back to Zooter 3. Before we get started this episode, I wanted to point out something kind of funny that somebody in the comments mentioned to me. So as of last episode, we now have all three of our tunics, and the colors all represent different social media that we all probably use quite a bit. So it looks like the red tunic is sponsored by YouTube. The Goron tunic looks like we're sponsored by Twitch. It has that like Twitch purple look to it. The Zora tunic, it isn't quite the right color, but it looks like we're sponsored by Twitter. So that's like a kind of comical observation, I guess. Anyways, in between episodes, I came all the way over here to Lake Hylia because there is a grave on this island that has 3 Deku Scrubs in it. So we have 3 items to start off this episode with, which is really good. Hopefully we're going to start off with some banger items. Hopefully these Deku Scrubs don't let us down. I really hope that they scour the whole entire world for the best items that they could possibly sell, so they can be at the forefront of their economic competition. Let's start off with the right-hand side, I guess. Come on. Oh look, 20 Skullsanity tokens. Now we can go get our second prize. Hopefully, it won't give us another Skullsanity token like it did last time. Like a buy 10, get 1 free situation where you have like a punch card and after you buy 10 items, you get a free one. It's pretty much what it was. But anyways, when you select the option for Skullsanity, you can choose 2 options. You can have it be affordable, where everything is 10 rupees, or you can also randomize the price, which means that an item can cost anywhere from 10 rupees to 100 rupees, I think, which is pretty insane. I ended up having it set to 10 rupees because if you set it to random, Skullsanity becomes 10,000 times worse, especially if you don't like find the adult wallet anytime soon. Oh, we didn't get like anything good down here. It's kind of a bummer. I was hoping to start this episode off with the bang, but kind of started off with like a thud. This episode's kind of started off like me hitting my toe against the bedpost during the nighttime. Okay, real fast before we leave Lake Hylia, let's go ahead and get our Scarecrow song. Sounds so much better in Malin's voice in the Ocarina. Don't even like the sound of the original Ocarina anymore. Oh yeah! That's it! That's the tune! You rock! I'm blown away! Oh no. I didn't forget the song. I never forget anything, but I just feel like rewarding you, baby. I have a good idea. My buddy Pierre is wandering around, so play that tune when you want to call him. Call him, beep him if you want to reach him. Wait, I did not mean to put on my iron boots. Oops. Okay, so there's another Deku Scrub right outside of Lake Hylia that we can visit. Hopefully he has a better item for us. Like, those scrubs that we visited earlier were the Dollar General scrubs. They didn't have anything good. They just had some cheap wares. But I have a feeling that we're about to go to the Gucci Deku Scrub, who only sells the most pristine of items. Oh, and before I forget, one thing I wanted to point out that I've been getting so many comments about is on the tracker over here. Lots of people have been asking what this item is right here. This is the Shard of Agony, which is like the 3DS version of the Stone of Agony. I'm not sure why the 3DS version of the item's on the tracker, but it's okay. Because the Stone of Agony is normally an item you get in Ocarina of Time, and it looks like a Rumble Pack, because in the Nintendo 64, you used to have to add a Rumble Pack for your controller to rumble, so it looked like that to like represent that item. But in the 3DS version, you don't have a Rumble Pack. Like the 3DS just, I don't think the 3DS even vibrates in the first place, if I remember correctly. So they ended up replacing it with the Shard of Agony. And that's what we have on our tracker. Alright, Gucci Deku Scrub, don't let me down. Okay, I mean, I guess we needed a rupee refill. That's a good deal. Spend 10 rupees to make 53 rupees. I'll take it. What are you looking at? Navi's just looking at this dank water. What is this? Why is this water so nasty? It kind of looks like bong water. This is like the cave full of nasty, smelly bong water. Let's get out of here. I think I'm about to throw up. All right, there's another cave over here. So let's pull out our flash superpowers real fast. Whew. It is crazy what Link can do. Alright. Let's get rid of all of these boulders that are plaguing our land. They're so disgusting. Okay, now we get another free chest. Another freebie. Dang, 2 bloopies already this episode. Maybe this will be the bloopy episode. I feel like we haven't had an episode full of bloopies yet. Come on, be brave. Let's go into the Great Deku Tree. Dang, we still haven't beat the Great Deku Tree, have we? Hopefully we'll get the slingshot sometime soon. Literally, we can't really go into any dungeons right now. We haven't gotten the proper items. the only dungeon I think we can complete as of right now is Dodongo's cavern. And the only reason we can do that is because we can break the dungeon by using Adult Link, since he's taller, and that's the only dungeon you can go into as Adult Link. But we can't even go to Lord Jabu Jabu. We can't go to any of the adult dungeons. We're still pretty limited with the amount of things we can do right now. If we find either Zelda's Lullaby or the hookshot, we'll be pretty set. Alright, let's start by playing the arrow shooting minigame since we got our bow. Oh gosh, we're starting off with the red rupees. You can't just start off like that, man. That was like too much, too fast. So I was informed that the slingshot shooting minigame, you have the same pattern every single time you play that. But it's the arrow shooting minigame that randomizes the pattern each time. Okay, we at least get a free game, right? Good. So is it going to repeat the same order? No, it does not. It's randomized every single time. Gotcha. It's crazy how they even do this. Like, how do they make the rupees float in the first place? Like, in the background. Or are the rupees floating? I don't know. No, no! Here we go again. Why? Ugh, these red rupees! Why do I suck so much with them? Bam. Bam. I think we have one more. Just simple goopy. Yay, we got it. No! How can you do me like this? I just wanted to play your mini game, sir, and you freeze me like that? It's the worst prize ever. I'm never gonna step foot into this establishment again. I'm gonna leave you a really bad Yelp review. Do you think they had Yelp during this time? I hope so. How are you gonna know which mini games are good and which are bad without spending your rupees and wasting them first? All right, we have freed the second weirdo. Bombs! If you see something suspicious, bomb it! I feel like this guy's looking suspicious. Well, you know what the text box said. Sorry, sir, just doing my duty. Okay. All right, hasn't been too long, but we are now back at the Dodongo cavern. Now, since we are going for Skullsanity, we have to collect all the Skulltula tokens, as you guys know. And Dodongo's cavern is a really weird dungeon because it's the only dungeon that you normally go into as young Link that you return to as Adult Link to get some Skulltulas that you can only collect as Adult Link. It's really strange, and you also need the Scarecrow song to do it. It's like really weird, but at the same time, I'm not complaining too much. Okay, so if I remember correctly, oh, the thing is we don't have the hook shot, so we can't even get up to the Scarecrow anyways. Dang it, I didn't think about this first. Alright, so we're not going to be able to do this right now. We're going to have to revisit this cavern a third time in the future, unless we find the hook shot while trying to complete this cavern in the first place. But we've already finished like half of the puzzles here, so we should be able to run through it pretty darn quickly. Alright, now we're back to where we were last episode, really, before we couldn't progress. So normally you have to go through the door that's right in front of us if you come through as young Link, but you can actually make this jump right here and skip that portion of the dungeon as Adult Link. And we also have the hover boots, so it's going to be way easier than it normally is. Because sometimes it's hard to make that jump, but in this situation it wasn't hard at all. And here's the chest that normally contains the bomb bag, which I feel like out of all of the major items you collect in this game, the bomb bag is in like the weirdest spot. Like it's just sitting out in the open, just kind of waiting for somebody to come collect it. Alright, so there's a Spirit Temple key. I think there's a Deku Scrub or a Gold Skulltula down here. I can't remember which. So many little things hidden in these dungeons that you normally just skip over because you don't care. But since this is the 100% randomizer, ooh, there's 2 Deku Scrubs down here. Nice. Perfect. Alright, cover your crotches. We don't want to see your little Deku berries. No thank you. Alright, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22, boys. Let's go ahead and update this one, and 23. Alright, let's do the shortcut a second time. Wow, did I really mess that up, even with the hover boots? Alright, there we go. Alright, so now I think would be a good time for us to bring up the comment question of the day that we had last episode, where we had a discussion about live-action remakes and how the audience feels about those. Now, we had lots of great comments from you guys. Lots of you guys written really in-depth, and I had a really good time reading all of your comments and responses. I think I read most of them. I spent Since there's so many comments on these Zooter videos, like every time I upload a video, I have to like allocate 1 to 2 hours just to read your guys' comments. But they're always fun to read, so I really enjoy it. But anyways, I want to talk about my opinions on live action remakes now, after we open this chest. Let's go. Another spirit temple key, dang. We're gonna be so prepared for that temple. So my opinion on live action remakes. I actually think live action remakes can be really cool if done right, but I feel like the problem is a majority of the time they aren't done right. And my biggest problem with them right now is that I feel like there's just too many being made, to the point where, oh dang it, are you kidding me? That's stupid. Are you dang, I suck. Let's just drop it. This is the safer way to do it. But yeah, I think live action remakes would be way more effective if they weren't being made so often. I feel like Disney is like getting to the point where they're beating a dead horse with how often they're putting these out now. Like if they did like 1 a year, that'd be better. But they're at the point where they're doing like 2, 3, 4 a year now, I feel. It just feels like a bit much. But the biggest problem I have with live action remakes is I feel like if the animated version of something is already really, really good, making a live action remake is just completely unnecessary. I would rather see those resources put into a brand new project rather than try to create something that's already perfect. Like for example, I use Avatar: The Last Airbender as an example for things a lot just because I'm way too obsessed with that show. But they're making a live action remake right now on Netflix, which apparently they're using the original developers to create that, which is cool. Hopefully that's way better than the M. Night Shyamalan movie. But at the same time, like, the original animated show was already perfect, along with a lot of other anime that's recreated into live action. Like, why do we need these things recreated if the original was already amazing? Like, if they're gonna make, like, a live action Avatar thing, I would rather them tell the story after Aang defeats the Fire Lord, and, like, what happens to the world, like, in between Aang and Korra. Like, that'd be way more interesting than having the same story told to me a second time. Wow, thanks for that recovery heart, I guess. That's how I feel about the live action Disney remakes too, is I would rather them like retell the stories with like a new original ideas and like kind of repurpose everything. Because I feel like one of the purposes to watching a movie is to find out what happens with the plot. But the problem with all these live action remakes is that we already know the plots to all these movies. So we're literally watching just to see how the movie is reinterpreted with live actors and stuff. But you can even get that experience just from watching the trailer in the first place. So for me, I haven't really watched any of these live action remakes just because I feel like there's not really a need to. Now there is the argument that they're recreating these movies just to reintroduce these IPs to a younger audience again. The thing is, like, I feel like Disney, they have such a big outreach. All they would have to do is they could literally re-release their old movies, their old animated movies into theaters again, and then just market the heck out of it, or just play them on Disney Channel, and they could have all of these kids like reintroduced to these old IPs. But then I guess they don't make as much money from it. So I guess that is the main thing, is these are businesses that are trying to employ hundreds or thousands of people, so it makes sense that they're just kind of doing some things to give them some easy cash grabs to make money for other things. I don't know, I just feel like it's getting to the point where it's just a little bit mundane. Like, I'm tired of all these live action remakes. None of them interest me. Like, not a single one has interested me. The Mulan one did at first, but then they took out the music. Oh look, there's the Stone of Agony. I'm actually really happy that we got this the same episode that we talked about it earlier. So we can mark it off. Like I said, they don't actually match up completely, but it's okay. Having that doesn't really do anything for us though, since I already know where all the grottoes are in this game. Normally what that does is it rumbles your controller every time there's like a secret underground that you don't know about. But we already know about everything. We're a little bit overpowered. Alright, so luckily we have 10 bombs, so we will be able to beat King Dodongo. But we're still not even strong enough. We still haven't got the Goron bracelet, so we can't lift the bomb flowers. So if we run out of bombs, we're pretty much screwed. We'll be able to beat him fast though, since we have the Master Sword. Can I get a second hit? No. Move out of the way. But yeah, I'm pretty much done talking about live action remakes. That's my opinion on them. There's a lot of different angles and a lot of different things to talk about. And it is an interesting conversation topic, especially nowadays. And I'm just wondering, are they going to recreate every single Disney movie in live action? That's just a bit too much. And this boss fight went by much faster than I remember it going by as Adult Link. I thought it would at least take 3 hits. But no, just 2 hits for the Master Sword, and he turns into a roly-poly. If lava can kill him like this, why does he live in the room filled with lava? I am confusion. Oh, look at that ass shot of Link. Damn. Link's been doing his squats, you can tell. Where? Oh, yes! Just what I was hoping for. Do you know what's funnier than 24? 25. Okay, so we're about to get our first stoner medallion. Depending on what we get, we can actually easily get other items. The spirit medallion. I don't think this will give us anything. Because if we got the forest medallion, then we'd be able to get the song from Sheik in the Temple of Time. Or say we got the water medallion, I think it would have activated the cutscene with Sheik in Kakariko Village. But I don't think getting the spirit medallion really does anything for us, unfortunately. Now, there's one scratchy boy in this cavern that actually takes a lot of effort to collect. It's really not worth it if you're just playing the regular game, but I think it's just there for those people who like to be completionists. And sometimes having some collectibles that are more difficult to collect just makes people feel better about getting 100% in the game. But if we leave the dungeon and then run through the whole entire thing backwards using that new platform that raises all the way to the 3rd floor, we can go back into the room with the giant staircase before we knock all the stairs down and get the scratchy boy in there. Alright, so we ran all the way back around and should have reloaded. Yes, it did. Also, I think we get some... Isn't this like a red rupee right here? Yeah, it is. Could use all the rupees we can get. I just really want the adult wallet. That's like the #1 thing I want right now. Even though it doesn't unlock a lot of things for us to do, I just want to be able to hold on my money. It's just a heart. I don't think we're even able to collect this. I guess if we had the boomerang as a child, we would be able to. Alright, we don't even need it anyways. That's just a recovery heart. That's like pointless. That kind of sucks though. We just ran all the way through this dungeon again for nothing. Alright, let's visit Goron City again. And this time, all the Gorons are dead. I think they were eaten or something. That's okay, they probably deserved it. And now that we have bombs, we can stop this boy who's rolling around. Come on. What? How did that not stop him? Go back, go back. Oh, no. Alright, I got you this time. Got you this time. No. Come on. How did that not stop him? What? Why did I pull this bomb out? I just wasted a bomb. Alright, we have one last try. Let's turn on the Mario Maker heartbeat sound effect to build up anticipation. Oh my god, we got him. Oh, we're so lucky. Hear my name and tremble. I am Debbie, hero of the Gorons. I think I'm doing the opposite of trembling right now. I feel like a freaking tree that's rooted in the earthiest soil that any tree could ever ask for. What? Your name is also Debbie? Then you must be the legendary Dodongo Buster and hero Debbie! My dad is Darunia. Cool story, bro. So yeah, he just tells us the whole entire story about how all the Gorons were stolen by Volvagia and I think Ganondorf or something, and how they're all gonna get eaten. I really don't care too much. I just want the item. I don't know why we have to go through all these text boxes. That's what I'm talking about. Song of Time, baby. Doesn't do a whole lot for us. It's probably one of the most useless songs for the randomizer, but it is a song nonetheless. Let's see how that song is randomized. Down, up, up, down, up, up, down. Okay, I'll try to keep that in my memory banks. And also, now that we have the Song of Time, we should be able to do this little puzzle, right? Or do we need the hook shot? We might be able to... like fudge it a little bit since we have the hover boots. Let's make this Song of Time block appear and see if we can make the jump with the hover boots. I don't think we'll be able to, but it's worth a shot. No, there's no way we're making that. Oh, wait, actually. Shit, I'm like slippering everywhere. Take this off. Can we make another block appear? And then just jump onto the ledge? We might not need the hook shot whatsoever. Ooh, no we don't. Haha. That's what I thought. And there is, in fact, a grotto up here. How many Deku Scrubs are down here? It's gonna be like the Deku Scrub episode. Shit, like 3 more. Do we even have enough Deku? Oh, we only have 2 nuts. No. And I wasted one. What the heck? Okay, we can only get one of these prizes right now because I didn't plan very properly. Yeah, Hey, we're a quarter of the way there. What an accomplishment. I guess better be prepared for how long the series is going to be. I've been trying to find some Deku nuts in here, but I'm not sure if we're going to get too lucky. I don't think they have any nuts inside Goron City. Let's go and kill this Skullsanity right here. We should be able to backflip over this edge and collect it or jump off the rope. But also, for this comic question of the day, we're going to make it a little bit different because in a couple episodes ago, I talked about, oh my gosh, that's the golden scale. Heck yes. But I talked about how there's not enough Zelda memes. And I was wondering how we could create more Zelda memes. And I realized we have thousands of people watching the series who love Zelda and who also probably have good senses of humor. So I thought it'd be kind of funny if we worked all together to try to create some Zelda memes. So there's a couple ways we can do this. If you have any ideas for Zelda memes, list them down in the comments and I can try to create them myself. Or the other option we have is if you want to make the Zelda meme yourself, you can create it in Photoshop or however you do and send it to me either through Twitter or Instagram Messenger. And I will compile all of the funniest Zelda memes that we come up with and show them all next episode. I think this might be one of the funniest comic questions of the day if you guys can think of some hilarious memes. So let's make it happen, guys. Let's do it. Can we make this jump with the hover boots? Should do, should do. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And Sheik gives us a gold Skullsanity. Cool. What a great prize. I guess we could actually go into the fire temple, couldn't we? We even have the fire tunic. Why am I not wearing it? We got a last episode. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous royal purple color. I'm loving it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I will see you all in the next episode. You all have a fantastic day, and I hope your week is fantastic as well.